When the pandemic hit, like every other company, we really had to rethink of the way that we would do strategic planning. Instead of planning for constant growth, we actually needed to be building out scenarios for a decrease in sales, a decrease in demand. And that was certainly very challenging. At Sampler, we help consumer packaged good brands like L'Oreal, Procter & Gamble, and Kraft Heinz distribute product samples in more targeted and measurable ways. When the pandemic hit, consumer packaged good brands could no longer distribute product samples via grocery stores or on street corners. And so we saw a huge influx of product sampling moving to digital. It's been completely impossible for brands to actually leverage those traditional channels. In fact, they've been deemed completely unsafe. So for Sampler, the pandemic has been quite an opportunity. Like everyone else, we could have seen a huge surge in business, or we could have seen a large decrease. And because we weren't exactly sure at the beginning, we had to plan for every eventual scenario. And looking at it from that perspective, it allowed us to really see how many months of runway did we actually have available in all those scenarios. It can seem super scary for a fast growth company that typically is always looking at constant growth, but it helped us understand the dynamics that would ultimately help us make a decision and how to move forward. 1 month into lockdown, our business planning was a lot more conservative than 2 to 3 months into lockdown after we had the opportunity to see how the pandemic would play out. And certainly now, nearly a year later, we feel a lot more comfortable about where the dynamics will take us. Definitely think that amongst all this craziness, there was a ton of silver linings. I don't think that any business leader will think about managing teams in the same way ever again. I'm really excited about how it brought a lot more humanity to how we manage teams. We owe it to our companies, we owe it to our people to really build a place that takes into account all of these external stressors that are on our teams and really help our team have a more balanced approach to work and life.